Welcome to The Explainer. Tonight, we're heading out on patrol, deep into the heart of a living system. So I want you to forget the sterile whiteboards, forget all those abstract frameworks for a minute. We're going into the neon-drenched streets of a city built on data and run on services. And we're about to find out what happens when the lights go out. You see, our story doesn't begin where you might think it does.
People get so fixated on the grand designs, right? The architectural marvels over in what we call Blueprint Plaza. That's where all the service strategy and transition happens. I mean, months, sometimes years spent on these perfect plans. But here's the honest truth. A business realizes zero, and I mean zero, value while a project is still being built. The real return on investment, it's born right here in the humming, active, and yes, sometimes chaotic, maintenance district. This is service operations. This is where the city actually comes alive.
See, this is where the services meet the citizens. It's where all the promises that were made back in those blueprints are either kept or broken. If this district is unstable, honestly, the rest of the city's grand strategy is completely irrelevant. This is the city's living pulse, and it's our job to keep it beating steady.
And that's our role. We're city wardens. We're city wardens. We patrol these streets. We're the guardians of the city's lifeblood, making sure its services stay stable and available for everyone. We're not the architects. We're the front line. We're the ones standing watch while the city sleeps, just making sure that when it wakes up, everything just works. It's on nights just like this one that you start to see things that other people miss. You know, a flicker in the dark? It's not just a glitch. It's a signal. It's a whisper from the system telling you that something has changed. And our training? It tells us to follow those whispers, because they almost always lead to something bigger.
And there it is. See that street lamp? To the city, it's a single configuration item, what we call a CI, in a massive inventory. And right now, its flickering is just an event. It's a change of state, a system observation. Just another log entry in the Watchtower's Great Ledger. To most people, it's nothing. But to us, it's a warning. And, just like that, the flicker gives way to darkness. Now, a citizen is standing in a dome of shadow. This right here, this is the crucial transformation. That flicker was the event, a simple observation. But this darkness, this unplanned interruption in service, this is an incident. A citizen is blocked. The quality of the city's service has just been reduced. Every new warden learns the creed. It's the first and most important lesson we get. We can treat the fever all night long, but unless we find the infection, that fever is just going to keep coming back. The darkness is the symptom, the incident. Our real enemy, the thing we have to hunt down, is the problem, the faulty wiring, the true cause.
Okay, now the protocol begins. The Warden's code isn't about guesswork. It's a disciplined, rapid response. My primary objective is simple. Get that light back on. Speed is everything. We have to minimize the impact on the citizen and on the city. Every action from here on out is deliberate. Identification and logging, well, that's already done. The system recorded the failure the moment it happened. Next is categorization. For this, it's an electrical grid failure. Then we have to prioritize. This whole life cycle is designed to reduce one thing, the mean time to repair, or MTTR. Every single second we can shave off this process matters. And this is how we weigh the business impact, the prioritization matrix. I have to assess its impact, how many citizens are actually affected, and its urgency. Is this a critical pathway for city services? A single street lamp might seem low impact, but if it's right outside a hospital entrance, its urgency just skyrockets. This one, it feels moderate. All right, time to get to work. But just as I start my response, a high council drone descends. It's a stark reminder that our work is never just technical, it's legal. Here in Singapore, we operate under a ruthless reporting clock. If this outage was part of a bigger breach affecting critical information infrastructure, I'd have exactly 2 hours to notify the cybersecurity agency. Just 1 hour for a financial incident. The clock is always ticking. And the price for staying silent is steep. This is the sovereign penalty for non-compliance. And that's not even mentioning the risk of executive personal liability. Our city's leaders can be held personally responsible if we fail to report. And outsourcing our infrastructure doesn't get us off the hook. That responsibility always stays right here, on these streets. With the light back on and the report filed, my immediate job is done. But the work is not over. Now, a different kind of expert arrives. This is the architect. While my priority was speed, hers is quality of investigation.
She's not here to fix the lamp. She's here to understand exactly why it failed in the first place.
Her main goal is to uncover the root cause, and if a permanent fix isn't immediate, to create a known error. Now, this is a powerful tool. It's basically a documented problem with a clear step-by-step workaround. So the next time a warden sees this specific flicker, they won't have to guess. They'll have a guide, a way to solve it without having to escalate to someone like her. It really empowers the front lines and keeps the whole city moving. To find that root cause, the architect performs a root cause analysis using what we call the fishbone diagram. It forces a structured investigation into the 4 pillars, the very bones of our city. Was it the hardware, the physical lamp itself? The software that's controlling the grid? Was it people, maybe a training gap on my team? Or was it the process, a faulty workflow that delayed the response? By examining each one of these bones, she gets past the blame game and finds the skeletal truth of the failure. But what if we could have seen the flicker before it even happened? For that, we have to look up to the Watchtower. This is the city's central nervous system. It's where data from every street, every sensor, every citizen interaction is processed. Its job isn't just to see what's happening right now, but to see what's coming next.
Inside, the 5 Seers of predictive analytics are constantly at work. These are the analytical engines that shift our entire operation from being reactive to being predictive. You've got forecasting, gazing into the future to predict the city's needs. Regression finds those hidden relationships between failures. Classification acts as the great router, sorting signals from noise. Text analysis listens to all the digital chatter for whispers of trouble. And machine learning, well, that's the master seer. It learns from every single event to make all the others smarter.
Just take the forecasting seer. It analyzes growth trends all across the city. It can predict months in advance that a new residential block is going to put a strain on this very power grid, which tells the architects they need to reinforce it long before the first resident ever even moves in. Then you have the classification seer. Think of it as the great router. When that street lamp first flickered, this seer instantly analyzed the event, categorized it as an electrical grid issue, and routed the alert directly to my patrol unit. It makes sure the right information gets to the right warden in seconds, not hours. You see, all the seers work together to power this sacred workflow. The Watchtower is always trying to predict the failure. If it can't, its sensors catch the event the moment it happens. Its logic then processes that event to understand its significance, and finally, it notifies the correct team to respond. This is the heartbeat of a proactive, intelligent city. As the sun starts to rise over the city, the crisis of the night feels a world away. The streets are bustling again, the services are stable, but for us, the cycle isn't really complete until we turn last night's failure into tomorrow's strength. And that happens in what we call the post-incident review, or the PIR. This is where the warden's report and the architect's analysis all come together. We don't just fix the problem, we learn from it. We update the Watchtower's rules, we refine our response protocols, we train our teams. The PIR is the crucial feedback loop that makes the entire system smarter, ensuring the exact same darkness doesn't fall twice.
And that really brings us back to the core question of service operations. As you look at your own systems, your own teams, I want you to ask yourself this. Are you spending all your time just running from fire to fire, treating the flicker and the fever? Or are you taking the time to do the hard work, to find the faulty wiring and cure the underlying infection? Because one of those is a job that never ends, and the other, that's how you build a city that lasts.